Hello everyone, this is Anim here for another animated short film reaction video. And for today, I'm taking a look at a student film from my alma mater, the School of Visual Arts. And this is from back in 2012. The short, it's a 3D animated short simply called, Unlucky Lucy, Except. So with that said, it's just a, short film. Just want to go ahead and here we go. So nice establishing shot, nice models here. Little something here, a little bit off with the fish in the bowl. I like this building here, very stylized. I have to kind of be careful, with the camera work here. But that was just a very simple short film. Not a lot really going on with it. Just really an establishing shot, and just starting off, just seeing the main character just kind of walking up the street, with the fishbowl. One thing that I did notice was there wasn't enough of a squash and stretch in terms of the walking. Now, even though the main character, she's walking with this fishbowl, as you're walking, there's still going to be a left and right and kind of up and down movement. Water is going to slosh a little bit, even if you're trying to be careful. So there's something like that needs to be. You need to simulate that as well. Also, there was a close up of the fish. I couldn't tell it was a fish. In some ways, you have to create an establishing shot of what certain objects are, animals, characters, or whatever. So you don't just go right into a close-up shot to the point where you really can't tell what's going on. Same thing with a long shot. You don't want to go to extreme shots before you've established what it is that you're supposed to be looking at, or the audience should be focusing on. So going with that also, whenever you're doing something like that, doing a close-up shot, it's better to have a character or the object or an animal at some sort of an angle. So if the fish was maybe kind of looking to the left a little bit, kind of maybe a left and up or whatever, and adding a little bit of kind of like a little bit of bouncing movement, kind of going along with the movement of the main character, that would add a lot more realism. And then also seeing a little bit of the movement of the fins, the back fin, and the main fins, that are keeping it stable within the water, that would help a lot as well. Another thing that you have to work a lot with is creating convincing glass, and that can take a little bit of work too. When you're working within Maya or any 3D software package, really creating just a transparency and high specularity and reflectivity is just not enough. You really have to take some time to really work with it to make it look natural, especially not looking so transparent. You really want it to look like maybe some kind of older glass that has a little bit of frost on it, a little bit, just kind of make it differentiate from the environment around around the bowl. And pretty much, that's pretty much just it. Just some issues with some squash and stretch. Really, you creating a good sense of weight, and bounce, and a little bit more in terms of exaggeration. When the bird dropping hits her head, she could have, kind of winced a little bit, and as it hits, winced, and then use a little bit of exaggeration and kind of looking up. Adding more emotion to the scene. You want to go beyond just going straight forward. When being a student of animation, a lot of times the animation, the actual movements are pretty much straightforward. I'm going to do a walk. I'm holding something. I'm looking at something. There's not a lot of exaggeration. There's not a lot of personality added to it. But that comes the more and more you create animation, the more and more you animate, and the more that you watch animation. This is the real challenge that goes for anyone that's going into animation. Make sure that you watch a lot of animation. See what's really going on with the characters. See what's going on with everything within the environment. Within the shadows, within the objects that are surrounding it. Making sure everything works well. Another thing that's very important is that sometimes people focus too much on certain aspects, certain components of just certain components of the scene. Like with this film, most of the effort was put into the modeling of the buildings. More of the detail and the stylization. You don't want to focus so much on that and take away from that of the animation. There needs to be a good balance within it, and also really developing the story. To make the story come out, again, this is where the personality of the character has to really come out in terms of their movement, how they're dealing with everything, and also another point you may notice in the film, as she was walking up the stairs, going up to the door, more of a shifting of weight, maybe kind of a little struggle, maybe add a little bit of point where she's almost slipping, a little bit of tension going on there, kind of going into the fact that she's being dealing with being unlucky on that day. So kind of deal with that a little bit. So number of things that can be worked on, but I just wanted to focus on a student film because as a student there are a lot of pitfalls that you're going to run into, and it's inevitable that you're going to run into them. And there's so many places that you can improve upon. But excuse me. But just in focusing on this film, yeah, I see a really good start, a good place to start, for this student, and I also see that the story could have developed even more. Going beyond just uh, having a bird, bird droppings hit her head, or the elevator is out of order. Really going into just a whole step, and I would say the rule of three is always a very good thing. Where first you establish the story. You establish, okay, here's the character going about their day. You're getting into the first act of the film. Then all of a sudden something happens. Boom, the bird droppings. Maybe she trips and falls. Maybe she can barely get up the stairs. Then she gets to the elevator. The elevator's broken. Now she has to take the stairs, but she doesn't have the energy to get all the way up there. There has to be a cascading effect of of calamities that are coming up until she gets home, until finally she's home, and then now she's no longer unlucky, and then maybe just one little final thing at the very end, just a little bit of unluck, a little bit of bad luck, and then kind of end the film. So just some things that really make things a little more intriguing. But good start for this student. Again, this is from 2012, so I wonder what this artist has been doing for the past 8 years. And again, like I said, it's really important to look at what's out there. It's important to see what professional films are out there, what student films are out there, and to really look at the creativity that exists. So, as always, if you have any animated short films that you want me to react to, make sure that you post in the comment section, and make sure that you like, subscribe to my page, share this video. And with that said, Anim signing off.